Hey everybody, welcome to the Tactical Salamander Ghost Recon Future Soldier closed beta impressions video. The beta just ended, I believe it was last Thursday, so I've collected some of my thoughts on it and compiled them together into this video for those of you who didn't get to play it. And for you impatient sons of bitches who can't wait a week for the full version to be released. So, let me just first make sure everyone knows this is a beta impressions video and not by any means a review of the multiplayer in any capacity. Anything or everything experienced in the beta could change by the official release. The full game could have perks, kill streaks, gravity hammers, and a Barbie horseback riding loading screen minigame for all we know. But I'm not here to speculate. So, let's get to it. Let me just grab my little bullet list. Okay. First bullet on the list regarding the beta is kick ass. It was kick ass. But in all seriousness, it ran really smoothly for a beta. Smooth and creamy like butternut squash. A lot of betas are riddled with issues. This is, generally part of the process in a beta anyway, recognizing and addressing issues before release. However, issues in the Future Soldier beta were few and far between. There were some issues with the kill cam where your assailant disappeared and was depicted as a floating gun in gear, and on top of that there were some issues with the melee system being a little glitchy. At points you would run towards and subsequently past your enemy, smashing the X or square button depending on your console for melee, and there would just be no registration. They would phase through you and get a melee kill on you. But, on a side note, I do think the melee system is a good addition to the series, as opposed to close quarters encounters generally resulting in you spraying at your enemy on full auto as they spray at you on full auto, as you pray to Odin that you bullet rape them before they bullet rape you. But as far as glitches go, this was the limit of what I experienced. Now, I have to note that I played the beta on the Xbox 360, and I have heard there was a general lack of support in comparison for the PS3. Early on, the PS3 had issues connecting to the service, and then to games, and then it was running slowly, etc. All I can say for that is hopefully this unbalanced support won't be reflected in the full game. But as far as glitchy issues go, that was the extent of it. But there were also a few design issues that I ran across as well. Balance and weapon effectiveness seem to come into play to a degree, especially between the Ghosts and Russians. The difference in effectiveness between, this is a good example, the Ghost Goblin, which is like a little CQB M4 used by the Ghost Engineer class, and its parallel, the Russian AK-74U, was pretty stark. The Goblin seemed to outperform almost every time. Also, the Russians don't have much that can stand up to the pure serial-killing fury that is the HK-417. It jaywalks and fires I shit on you rounds with an I don't give a fuck attitude. But the developers seem to be aware of at least some or most of these issues as it appears, because towards the end of the beta they upped the power of the 74U. Last but not least, the final issue I came across was spawning on squad members. I love the function of spawning on squad members. It keeps you together and gets you back in the fight quicker. However, sometimes it was a little too quick. You might find yourself spawning on a squad member with no kind of spawn shield or anything, and then immediately being mowed down before you can even flip the safety off. Now, there is a function that prohibits you from spawning on a teammate who is in combat, but the issue is there's no function that prohibits you from spawning on a squad member who is being stalked and is seconds from being slaughtered, rage quitting, and going to play Minecraft. Yeah, I did just mention Minecraft in a video about Future Soldier. Anyway, I don't know if this was a conscious design choice by the developers, adding some risk to spawning on your squad mates as opposed to the original spawn point, or if it was just something they overlooked. Again, just my observation. But beyond these few issues, I thought they did a great job with the multiplayer. Weapon customization and unlocks through Gunsmith is a deep and satisfying system. The weapons look and behave realistically, and it's great to try it before you buy it in the gun range function. Believe it or not, it's actually even more fun to jump into a game than it is just futzing around with your guns. Public service announcement. Don't futz with your gun too much. You'll grow hair on your palms. The maps are well designed and will obviously expand more with the full release. And the gameplay and gameplay types are fun, keeping things teamwork and objective based. It's easy to find your objectives and teammates with the press of a button, and it even reminds you to focus on the objectives, not the enemies, at the beginning of a match, as that is where you are truly rewarded. Also, they've implemented a system that somewhat reminds me of Killzone, where objectives and game types switch seamlessly mid-match. All in all, Ghost Recon Future Soldier is a different kind of Ghost Recon, and a more accessible Ghost Recon for this day and age. It's shaping up to be a great multiplayer experience and definitely is worth checking out when it releases on 5/22/2012 for PS3 and 360. It's also releasing for PC in, I believe, June. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the full Tactical Salamander website for more gaming news, updates, and videos, or whatever else we feel like posting. It's a new site, but more content should start flowing in soon enough.